What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news update video because Alexander Isak to Liverpool is more and more likely to happen each day because Alexander Isak walked out of training on Monday after just a few minutes and he hasn't returned to training since. So he has sent a clear message to everyone at Newcastle that he wants out and he wants to sign for Liverpool. And the first huge domino to fall in this whole transfer saga is Diaz is going to Bayern Munich. Liverpool and Bayern Munich found an agreement worth around 75 to 80 million euros with add-ons and bonuses included. That's just shy of 70 million pounds, so around 67-68 million pounds for a 28-year-old Diaz. I think that's a fantastic piece of business and we will talk more about that as well. But Fabrizio Romano released this information that Liverpool feel that with Isak there is a big opportunity to get a world-class striker's signature without any competition, because Arsenal just signed Victor Gyökeres, Man United are not in the running, Chelsea already signed two new strikers, João Pedro, Liam Delap, and Real Madrid don't have that kind of money to spend on Isak. Barcelona certainly don't have that kind of money as well. So that's also a factor in why Liverpool are willing to spend some absolutely astronomical amount of money on Isak, because Alexander Isak could be a signing like Virgil van Dijk, like Alisson. You spend a huge amount of money on a player which can play for you for the next 7 or 8 years, and you have that position pretty much sorted with Ekitike and Isak. If Liverpool sign those two strikers, then we don't need a striker for like 5 years. If both players work out like we are expecting them to, then you don't have to spend a dime on another striker for the foreseeable future. Craig Hope, who is the best journalist on this story because he is from Newcastle and he has close ties, close sources inside Newcastle United Football Club, he said that this may leave a sour taste, but by walking out of training after only a few minutes on Monday, and that was a truth confirmed by the Newcastle manager himself, Eddie Howe, Isak has effectively ruled himself out of his team's pre-season preparations. And also, there was a scan on this thigh injury that was the reason why Alexander Isak hasn't traveled with Newcastle to the Asia pre-season tour. That scan came back clear, which means that the scan didn't find any injuries on Alexander Isak, which means that Alexander Isak just doesn't want to stay at Newcastle anymore, doesn't want to play there anymore. He knows that Liverpool are prepared to pay a huge amount of money for him. Liverpool are prepared to give him a big contract, so his mind is set. He wants to go to Liverpool, and he has been absolutely spot on about this story. And Isak's full focus is now to get this transfer done to Liverpool. Newcastle are continuing to go big for Benjamin Šeško. Concrete negotiations are ongoing and working to present the Newcastle project to Šeško and offering a big salary. That was reported by Fabrizio Romano as well. They want to approach Leipzig as soon as the player is ready to say yes, because first they need to convince Šeško and then they will negotiate with Leipzig. This can be an important indication for the future of Alexander Isak, because if Newcastle can sign Šeško, then they will be more willing to negotiate with Liverpool for the sale of Alexander Isak. And also, if Liverpool sell Luis Diaz for almost 70 million pounds, that will be also a very, very big indication that Liverpool are going to bring in a big replacement. And we already have Gakpo, Wirtz, and even Ekitike who can play on the left wing. So Isak will be our number one main striker, Ekitike will be the backup. And on the left wing, we might sign somebody like Malik Fofana. There has been rumors that Everton approached Lyon for the signature of Fofana, but Fofana knows that there are Champions League clubs interested in him, like Liverpool, so he doesn't want to really go to Everton. He wants to wait and see what kind of other offers he could get. And at the moment, Alexander Isak is training at home with personal trainers that he hired who are absolutely elite. And it's clear that Isak doesn't want to stay at Newcastle anymore. And I told you guys that needs to happen. If this transfer was to go through, that Alexander Isak needs to indicate to Newcastle that he wants to leave. He wants to go to Liverpool, and he is a person who is very ambitious. That's how he got here. And he wants to not just play in the Champions League, but win it. He wants to win the Premier League, not just play in it. And he knows if this Liverpool move goes ahead, then he knows that he has to be absolutely in top shape. And that's why he is hiring elite personal trainers. And that is a smart move as well. And Sasha Tavolieri, Fabrizio Romano, and a lot of other journalists have reported that an agreement has been found between Liverpool and Bayern Munich for Luis Diaz. The fee is almost 70 million pounds. That's 68 million pounds. It's basically 75 to 80 million euros with bonuses and add-ons. Of course, the bonuses are linked to the performances of Luis Diaz and also how many trophies Bayern Munich will win. Club to club total agreement are now found between Bayern Munich and Liverpool. And now Luis Diaz is just waiting for the green light so he can travel to Germany to have his medical. Florian Plettenberg has said as well that there has been a breakthrough in negotiations, and Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich is now considered a done deal. And this is also significant in the Alexander Isak transfer saga. That's why I'm mentioning it as well, that the transfer fee is up to 75 million euros. The final details are being sorted and the medical will come next week as well. Johan Wissa is another player that Newcastle are interested in, and he has told Brentford that he will not play for them again, and he asks the club to honor their promise from last year that he could leave this summer. And Wissa wants to go to Newcastle. The deal is not over yet, and the Newcastle sporting director and the Brentford chief Phil Giles has been speaking about this transfer, so Newcastle could sign not just Šeško but also Johan Wissa, and I think that would be a pretty good way, pretty smart way to spend the Isak money that Liverpool are going to give Newcastle. But first, Liverpool will want to be respectful. We will wait for Newcastle to get these deals done, and after that we will make our club record and British record bid, which we could go up to 140 million pounds with bonuses and add-ons. Fabrizio Romano also reported that Luis Diaz will sign a new 4-year contract at Bayern Munich, and with add-ons included, the package will be 75 million euros. So that's about 66 million pounds. And Liverpool and Bayern Munich are discussing the details of these add-ons as well. Mark McAdam, another journalist, is reporting that the second offer by Bayern Munich is close to 69 million pounds. The final details are being discussed. And I'm really sad that Luis Diaz goes, because I think apart from Mo Salah, he is Liverpool's best winger. And the impact that he made when he joined in January of 3 or 4 years ago was absolutely fantastic. And even when he didn't play well, Luis Diaz always grafted. He always gave his all. He always put his teammates first. And yes, sometimes his finishing was erratic, but he still contributed massively to Liverpool winning the Premier League title. And he thinks that he achieved his dream at Liverpool, winning the Premier League, and now it's time for a new chapter. Also, Liverpool aren't giving him the contract that he's looking for, so that's why he's going to Bayern Munich, so he can get a big wage upgrade. And he has been a pretty massively underrated by the Liverpool fan base, because he followed Sadio Mane, who was almost as good as Mo Salah, and also because Mo Salah plays in our team. If Mo Salah wasn't here, Luis Diaz would be Liverpool's best winger, and he will definitely light up the Bundesliga, and I will definitely watch the Bundesliga highlights watching Luis Diaz, and I hope he has more success than Sadio Mane had at Bayern, where he only left after one season. It's weird how after selling Mane to Bayern, we are selling Mane's replacement, Luis Diaz, to Bayern Munich as well. So that's quite interesting. And Liverpool are getting around 69 million pounds, And you know, Luis Diaz was bought for 37 million with another 12 million in add-ons and bonuses, so around 50 million pounds in total. So his book value should be around 22 million right now. So in accounting terms, this could be a profit of 48 million pounds, which helps from the PSR perspective as well. Gakpo is a different player. He's not as direct as Luis Diaz. He can't dribble past many people, and Rio and Gumoa, who is absolutely fantastic. He was brilliant against AC Milan. He's just 16 years old. You can't start him regularly in the Premier League. So I think Liverpool might need to sign a left winger who is a younger version of Luis Diaz. I don't think Florian Wirtz will play on the left wing as well. So Liverpool definitely need to sign a left winger, in my opinion. And I think Liverpool also need to sign a centre-back because Joe Gomez picked up a knock. We have Van Dijk and Konate. And yes, Gravenberch can play at centre-back. Yes, Endo can play at centre-back. Arne Slot mentioned that in his press conference. That's true. But with Gomez missing around 100 to 150 days per season, out injured, on average, that means that Liverpool absolutely need to sign another centre-back. And Arne Slot hinted that we want to, because he said Liverpool haven't replaced Jorah Kwanzaa yet. I don't think Liverpool will win the title if we start Gravenberch or Endo at centre-back for a longer period of time. So yes, for 1 or 2 game weeks, that could be fine. But for a month, 2 months, that would be just suicidal. Because Konate can pick up injuries. Van Dijk is also 34 years old, or will be 34 very soon. He will sometimes get injured as well, and he sometimes needs a rest. And the centre-backs, even if you put in Gravenberch or Endo, the centre-backs need training and practice games to build an understanding with the goalkeeper, with their teammates, with the fullback, with the other centre-back. And this is not about, Liverpool losing to AC Milan pretty badly. I think Liverpool need a centre-back regardless, even if we would have beaten AC Milan 4-0 with a clean sheet. So my final message to Luis Diaz, thank you for everything, especially the Premier League title, but he also won the League Cup twice with Liverpool. He won the FA Cup, he won the Community Shield as well. It's a shame that he wasn't around when Liverpool won the Champions League the last time. And you have given Liverpool a lot of success, and us, Liverpool fans, a lot of great memories and a lot of great goals. So I wish him all the best. I hope he wins a lot of trophies and titles at Bayern Munich, just not against Liverpool, And this feels like this is the first domino to fall with the departure of Luis Diaz, likely to go through. It will be around 66 million pounds with add-ons and bonuses. So that will cover the first few years of the Alexander Isak deal, and Liverpool need a winger. On the left side we have Gakpo, Ekitike, Wirtz, even Szoboszlai and Ngumoa who can play on the left. On the right we only have Mo Salah and Ben Doak and nobody else really, so the right side of the attack is probably a bigger issue. Szoboszlai maybe can play on the right wing, but I don't think that's a long-term solution. But I think Liverpool selling Diaz for 65 million when we bought him for maybe 50 million with add-ons and bonuses, it's actually pretty good piece of business. And Liverpool are doing an absolute madness in this transfer window. I think Luis Diaz's kit number, which was number 7, Florian Wirtz should get that. It's a shame that we are losing Luis Diaz because his song is absolutely brilliant, and I hope at least Liverpool will sing his song maybe for the first few game weeks just to say goodbye to him. Luis Diaz was such a hard-working player. I will miss him. He looked like he's going to be as good as Sadio Mane. He looked like he could become a world beater. But after he got a bad injury against Arsenal and also in the Champions League final, wasn't at his best. He stagnated, shall I say. So he didn't really kick on and get better. He didn't become a 20-25 goal a season winger like what Sadio Mane was in his prime. But still, I'm forever grateful for Luis Diaz. I think he has been absolutely immense, and I wish you a lot of success at Bayern Munich, just not against Liverpool. And also this paves the way for the Alexander Isak transfer saga to rumble on, and I expect Liverpool to wait for Newcastle to make a striker signing, and then we will go in with a massive bid, which I'm really looking forward to. Alexander Isak doesn't want to play for Newcastle anymore. He's not even going to training, so that's actually really good from a Liverpool point of view, because that forces Newcastle's hand to sell Alexander Isak at the right price, of course, and Liverpool need to match that, which will be difficult but not impossible. I'm really excited for the rest of the transfer window. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.